it was. I was bringing concerts in there, putting bills together sporadically. So I mean, in that sense, I guess I initiated something. But basically, the half owner of the club got so interested in what we were doing, he suggested that I, as he put it, MC a Monday evening concert series. And so I said, sure. He said, and he stipulated that my trio should play every week. And I was like, gee, bummer.
But that's, I mean, there's 3 bands that play every night, right? I mean, every Monday night.
Right, that's what they wanted. That was their idea.
And that's. I mean, on Monday night, 3 bands come up. It's very informal and casual, and it sort of how does that in any way relate to the sort of like the Knitting Factory at Roulette back east?
It's not like Roulette, but it is somewhat like the Knitting Factory. They usually feature 2 acts unless they're clearing out the house and starting another thing. But it's then they usually alternate sets, or sometimes it's just one set. I don't know. I mean. It's similar. It's similar because it's a door gig. No one really makes any money. That's kind of like the Knit. But you know, it's not about that.
Yeah.
You know, we can't always get all the people up from out of town. I'd like to lure to L.A. because there's no guarantee monetarily. But somebody like Charles Gale, when he's come in, has done rather well considering that it's a door gig. You know, and he brings in a ton of people, so he makes money. We pay everybody a lot of money when we have money.
Now, are there a lot of places like this around town, or is this pretty unique in itself?
The only thing that's happening that's comparable now is at Spaceland. Michael Whitmore's booking Wednesday nights at Spaceland, where he's kind of trying to do a similar thing. But it's, as is quite often the case with such things, virtually unpublicized.
Whitmore?
Whitmore. He sort of fell into this.
Yeah, okay.
So it's starting out, and it's also recommended. Sometimes... that wouldn't be as jazz related as what New Music Monday does, because I'm sympathetic to the jazz community,
right?
And so we have sometimes slightly more mainstreamy jazz type guys. Never any. We're not getting up there and just blowing standards for a whole set. We won't have any of that. We have a few rules at New Music Monday, and they've all been broken, like all rules. But one of them was no standards. That's been broken many times. Because actually, the trio's done some too, because what the hell, we get bored. Or we have theme nights. We had tribute to Wayne Shorter, or tribute to well, he doesn't really have standards, but they're standards to me.
Procrastinator, huh?
Yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We actually did some fairly obscure things, and then we did I'm getting sidetracked, I know. We did Footprints as a really quiet, slow ballad. We tried to do the obvious things unobviously, and then some bizarre things like Moto Grosso Feo, which is pretty obscure. But anyway, what was my point here? It was something about the rules of the Alligator Land. One was no poppin' and smilin'. That refers to fusion bands mostly. You know what I mean?
Well, it's nice.
You know how those fusion guys always smile constantly when they play? They're so happy when they're popping away. And then the other one was, now I knew one is no power book bands.
Power book?
Yeah, bands who come out and they have almost everything on a power book, and then the guy plays along with his little power book samples, whatever.
They got a chorus there with nobody singing?
Yeah. Whew, man, I don't know. It's not because I want to be retro or anything. It's because it's stale, and it's like playing along with a cassette or something. It's just, please.
Karaoke.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, I think it's okay to use that for sound. I mean, for example, the person who broke this real brilliantly was Carl Stone with Otomo Yoshihide. You know, they played together, and it was great. It was amazing. So he just stood there kind of grooving slightly with his fingers dancing on the power book, and it was really amazing. So all rules should be broken. But
you do a little dancing on those pedals out there, you know what I mean?
Well,
to watch you is like... It's kind of like watching Frankenstein. You
know? Well, I have to say that Herman Munster is one of my role models.
Yeah.
I always liked him a lot. Seriously.
Do you see a connection between underground jazz and underground rock?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I remember you being an indie buyer for Rhino Records.
That's right.
In Westwood.
That's right. And that actually I just fell into. That I just had to learn about. I was still on Jazz Island when I first got that job. But I don't distinguish between genres too much. Most people do, and so I'm forced to think about it. But if I didn't have to, I'd be a happy guy. So
well, most of your stuff is extended playing anyway. It's not really short pieces. You don't do short pieces anyway.
Well, I mean, look at the new CDs loaded with them.
Yeah.
And it's just a complete accident because we were just demoing up a bunch of new stuff that was real rocky and weird, and we just did it for fun. And the jazzier stuff we did at that session, I didn't really like how it came out, and It was originally just supposed to be a single anyway.
Mhm.
So here we were. The guy said, hey, if you got any more stuff, you could just do a CD. So I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Nobody will probably see it anyway. It's this tiny label.
Good.
Oh, don't
And
say
you have
that.
another CD coming out,
Little Brother, yes, Chest. Hopefully in the fall.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Nels Cline and Woody Aplanalp.
Right.
Is that right?
And we're going to do some more recording. We're going to do some more trio recording
Good.
and I want to add Woody to, there are a couple of pieces that we have that are screaming for Woody to join in on. So I have a piece for Julius Hemphill that I actually had a long time ago, and I've rewritten it, and now, of course, he's not with us. So I don't usually like the post-mortem kind of dedications these days, but
Well, that was a
credit where
great
credit
solo
is
on
due.
there.
Julius is, somebody I really admire. So we're going to record that, and that needs 2 guitars. Doesn't it, Woody?
Sure does.
See, he's here. Really, he is.
So let's go play some more.
Yeah.
You
You're listening to
got
Nels
anything else you
Cline,
wanna ask
Woody
me?
Aplanalp.
Aplanalp.
Nels, you say it.
Folks, Aplanalp.
All right. We're going to clear this up once and for all.
Well, I hope so.
Stay tuned here
Thank you for having
more
us.
guitar. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you're listening to KSPC Claremont 88.7, and they're walking over to the other room, picking up their guitars and ready to play again. A few shows coming up on the New Music Monday night at the Alligator Lounge, which is 3321 Pico Boulevard, Santa Monica, 1 block west of Santanella. And July the 3rd, you have Iceburn, Los Hermanos, the Jazz and Nels Cline Trio. And July the 10th, Joel Harrison, 3 + 3 = 7, and the Think Project. And July the 17th, Bob Blakesley Quintet Cut and Amsterdam Improvisers Collective. You guys ready? Yeah. Okay, Nels Cline and Woody Aplanalp live on KSPC. KSPC, Claremont, 88.7.